So the first thing that we really need to understand is what category are you trying to apply? What use cases do you have? Where do you feel you have the biggest pain points where there could be automation or more of a question and answer type relationship with the data that you have? Are you trying to extract information from invoices? Do you want to research case law? Do you need to have something to help you create a first draft of something? Are you trying to analyze your deal transactions, predicting case outcomes, analyzing legal spend? So really identifying what the problem you're trying to solve with and then understanding the market around that. So then you start with your market research, right? Can you build this in-house? Who's in the market right now within that category? What are they doing? What are they delivering? There's a lot of hype in the market, but there are a lot of workhorses that are out there that are really driving and delivering solutions. So you need to do your due diligence on what aligns to your organization, the requirements of your organization. Onboarding something at a smaller mid-sized organization is a lot easier than onboarding something at a tier one financial institution. I always say we don't want to do anything that would bring down the global financial markets. So do you have that type of threshold that you need to overcome? And then identifying those couple of organizations that you think might be able to meet your business standards and then doing a bake-off. So let's create that data set that you want answers against. Let's understand what those different solutions can provide against those answers and do a bake-off with it manually. Sometimes the cost of doing a LLM or predictive AI just doesn't outweigh doing it manually, right? So if you've got 10 documents, do you want to onboard a predictive AI solution to analyze 10 documents? Maybe, maybe not. You just have to do a cost benefit analysis. And when typically what I found is that when you do a bake-off, oftentimes it'll be in a manually populated Excel spreadsheet against what that machine can populate. And 90% of the times I find that the robots come out ahead because oftentimes, especially when you're talking about complex or lengthy documents, human eyes get tired. They might miss something. Lawyers are tricky people. And sometimes they put something at the beginning of the document and then kind of negate it at the end of the document. And so the machine doesn't care. The machine doesn't have any preferences when it comes to what this person's trying to do. It just finds the information and puts it out to you. Then also important, and this is a critical step that I think a lot of people forget about, is after you do the bake-off, one part in creating your business case is dig into that organization. What's their funding like? Who's funding it? How much funding do they have? What's their organizational structure look like? What's their roadmap look like? Because oftentimes, it again depends on the size of your organization. If an organization doesn't have any funding, doesn't have any money, and you're expecting incredibly big results fast, are you paying enough in a licensing fee in order to help support that strategic direction of that organization, or do they need to have some financial backing? So there's a lot of components that go into making sure that you're selecting the right tool, you're looking at the market in the right way. Because right now, I haven't seen a ton of overlap between, if you want something to analyze your contracts, it's probably not going to be able to analyze your law firm spend, right? So you really need to think about those categories and do a lot of due diligence around the vendors themselves.